Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Today isn't quite going to plan. It's Sunday morning. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Morning.
I would show you, but she's not naked, but I mean, you're in your sort of cleaning, half pyjama, half cleaning outfit, aren't you?
Yeah.
And this is a bad start to the day because if I'm in the vicinity when this is happening, it's really stressful. I'm in the way. Liz tries to get me in, rep me in to help. It's not good for anybody. Now, it's about 10:30. I have been to the pool this morning. However, I haven't swam. Bear with me. Couldn't even get a parking space in the car park. I wasn't going to let that deter me. Had a look through the window and there's only 2 lanes. The rest of the lanes are like, public swimming, kids playing around and stuff, fine. And the 2 lanes were packed. And I just thought, this isn't going to be an enjoyable swim in any sense. And I forgot my watch, so it wasn't even going to be on Strava, so it wasn't even going to count. So I'm going to try and get back to the pool later on today. The lanes are open for quite a while. But I just wanted to talk about now something that I am doing in 3 weeks. I'm doing it now. I'm organising a cycling road race, 2 cycling road races, in fact, in Derbyshire. One of them is a 2nd cat, 3rd cat and 4th cat men's race, and one of them is a 3rd cat and 4th cat women's race. Men's race in the morning, women's race in the afternoon. Now, at the minute, I have 35 entries for the men's and 7 for the women's. Vela Bavarian, the local bike shop, and you've probably seen quite a lot of these guys on my videos, have kindly supplied a massive prize pot for the women's race, so £500. We're really trying to, Vela Bavarian have been doing it all year, and I'm sort of partnering with them for this, trying to incentivise women's racing in Derbyshire. Now, 7 entries with 3 weeks to go isn't that great. However, we're still going to go ahead regardless of entries. We do need 10 to be able to issue full British cycling points. We're still going to get the prizes out regardless. So I'm hoping to get a few more entries. So what I'm asking for you guys for is, firstly, if you'd like to take part in either the men's or the women's race, please do enter ASAP. I'll leave a link down below and I'll put a little advertisement poster that Ollie at Ridgeway Media kindly made for me. I could do some entries ASAP if possible. Ideally, I think to break even, it needs to take about 70 entries in the men's and maybe 10 to 15 in the women's, something like that. But if I'm honest, I've never done this before, so I don't really know what other unexpected costs come up. Anything in excess we'll give out in prize money or to marshals, etc. But that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to ride the race myself. However, I don't want to overcommit myself because I've never organised a race before, so I want to be on hand during the day. Like Liz is the safeguarding lead, so I don't want to be like leave her with all the responsibility and things. So I think it's unlikely, but I'm going to leave the door open for myself to race it if it seems that there's nothing too much to be done. But I'm really excited to be bringing a road race to Derbyshire. There has been another one a couple of weeks ago on the Windley circuit organised by Derby Mercury, and that went really well. So I'm hoping that this one goes equally as well and people are going to enjoy it. If you've never done a road race before, it is just cycling fast on a road. The roads aren't closed, it's like a rolling roadblock. There should be 60 odd riders in. The men's is 42 miles. It's a punchy little circuit. So if you're a light little triathlete, then that is probably a great circuit for you. But if I was to do it, I think I'd be working hard to stay in the bunch, but I think I might be able to do it. I'll leave the Strava link's also on the entry page as well. So all that information is on there. If you're not interested yourself, if you could share it in your tri club and your cycling club with your networks, I would really, really appreciate it. I'd really like for my first experience organising a race to not be, it lost loads of money or whatever else. So thank you very much. Anyway, I'm going to now crack on with tidying the house and tidying all my clothes away from the Decker that I got back for 3 days ago and I haven't put my stuff away. Yes. Yes. And then I'm going to do some sort of training later on today. So it's lunchtime. Harvey and Jen from Total Endurance Nutrition have completely ruined beans on toast for me. The whole week we spent time trying to get sauce into everything James was eating because it's so high in calories. I used to have loads of brown sauce on beans on toast. Obviously now I'm not because I don't need loads of calories. Beans on toast, no brown sauce. People keep asking how are the chickens and the cat. Well, lording it around the place like they own it would be a good description for this little man, wouldn't it? You miss me? Not at all. Not in the slightest. Anyway, I'm going to go and wash my bike and Elizabeth's bike. You're welcome. Let's get cracking. Are you going to say something? Why are you laughing then? Don't ruin my flow. Okay, in between showers, bikes are cleaned. Elizabeth's and I's. Nice sparkly drivetrain. I do need to get this chain re-waxed because it was ready for re-waxing anyway, but I've just like properly washed it, so of course there's no wax on it. And Liz doesn't yet have a wax chain on her bike, but I will sort that out from NRG. Elizabeth, what were you just kicking off at me about?
You can explain.
Why do I have to explain?
I'm busy.
Okay, So when we went to the Decker, one of the things that we were monitoring was James's weight. Now, he didn't weigh in every day. Garmin kindly provided one of their index scales, the version 2. I've already used the version 1 for the last few years. You need a flat surface, don't you, to put scales on. So I took one of these slabs. Now, as you can probably guess, I've forgotten to bring it back. It's probably in the middle of the campsite somewhere in Allerthorpe, unless James Simpson has brought it back, because I left before him. However, I doubt it. I doubt that he's thought, yep, I'm going to pick that heavy slab up and put it in my van to bring back the day after he's done a Decker. So I don't know what the backup plan is, Liz. We're just rocking me through now.
Now you'll have to get me another one.
I've got to get her another slab, apparently. A matching one. God. You get your head in that chicken coop.
Yeah.
Mm.
Get an update on the chicken.
We haven't done a chicken update. Come on then, give us a chicken update. Whoa. Oh, hello girls. What's the chicken update? Hello. Now these three are all broody.
These three doing me head in.
Are they? They basically do nothing, don't they? Because they think they're sitting on eggs.
Sit on eggs
Which is
all
good,
day.
because which is good though, because they then get really, you know, you can fuss them. Oh, okay, maybe not. Okay, okay, girls. Are they okay otherwise?
Oh, so I've got one that's lame. This one here, Ruby, and I'm not really sure why.
Yeah.
So I'm having to syringe medicine into her every day, which is not pleasant. Look at.
Oh yeah, this is a bit.
So
yeah.
that's a task in itself.
Yeah.
And I've got these that just like being broody.
Mhm.
So yeah,
No idea,
causing
is
me
it?
a bit of trouble at the minute, these chickens.
Mm. Well, anyway, it's time to actually get changed and get some actual training done. You doing any training today?
Well, I might have a little run later.
Okay.
Just doing some jobs at the moment. It's just about to be torrential rain again, I think.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's get on the bike. Okay, I'm going to have to be quiet because Liz is in bed. Shh. So that session was really good. I did about, I did an hour and a half, 225, 230 watts, something like that. Felt really good, to be honest. I was doing 10 minutes in TT position and 5 minutes just sat up, just texting, etc. And it felt good. I feel pretty comfy in that position, even though I haven't been doing too much work, you know, sort of in the aero position. Because occasionally on the road bike, I get in position when it's into a headwind or, I don't know, on the front of the group or something. I feel like that just keeps my hand in. I struggle a bit more with like glutes and hamstrings, because when I do ride in the aero position on the road bike, I'm not really pushing much intensity. But I'm going to work on that this week and slightly into next week to try and get those muscles firing and to get those little adaptations before I try and require my body to push any sort of intensity for a half Ironman bike split. We'll see how that goes. So over this week, I've just spent some time today planning my training out for the week, planning my life out for the week, getting on top of things in the house, clothes, did a bit of work ahead of tomorrow so I can be a bit more set up for the day and so on. And I'm really looking forward to building into a decent training week this week. I'm treating Cork 70.3 like a training day, but I'm going to have like a half a taper into it just naturally because we'll be travelling on the Thursday, we'll then be registered on the Friday and the race on the Saturday, so I'll probably be packing on the Wednesday, so at the very least I'll be 2 or 3 days having easy days, short days, those sorts of things anyway. So that's the plan. The bigger aim is I'm on Wales, but I do want to still do my best in Cork because, if I'm honest, I don't want to, like, I've spent a lot of money entering this race. I want to do my best. I can't just be, oh, I'm doing this as a training day. I'm not Cam Worth like he does. Anyway, good day that today. Ease back into it now. So I've ridden, ran and ridden today over the last 3 days. Now I'm going to ease back into some swim and run over this week. See you tomorrow at 1 PM. Laters.